Hello, all of my sleepy bears. My name is Chronically Blue. Welcome back to episode 9 of Sonic Frontiers Final Horizon. And we actually got quite a bit of an action-packed episode for you today. I know, I can't believe it. Yeah, so after all the time that we spent messing up continuously, meandering, doing stages and missions, we're actually going to take care of one of the trial towers today. What? I know. It's amazing. Who could have guessed that something like this would finally happen? But yes, before we take care of the trial towers, first we are going around here because I thought this would be the entrance to the trial tower. But it's not. So, you know, cool. That's fun. Love that. But it's alright. If you're having difficulties on this part, I tried to jump over the Robotnik springs. That did not work whatsoever. So you really just gotta hop from side to side. And because of their distance, if you just hold left or right and then the jump button, it's not gonna happen. You literally have to control your jump mid-air on a rail going upwards in an incline in order to make sure that you don't mess up. Which I know, fantastic. Who doesn't love that? But I'm always fine for a slight challenge. Now, the challenge has been increasing, so cool, love that. But a steady increase in the challenge is always completely fine for me, as long as it's nothing super duper omega ridiculous. Speaking of omega ridiculous, it is finally cold. I couldn't be happier. It is... Hold on, let me just check right now. It is 71 degrees outside. Do you know how happy that makes me? I am so happy. I know it doesn't sound like it, but I am legitimately so happy. And don't worry, that's just a voice I was doing. I am so happy. I legitimately... Finally. I'm so excited. We only have this for 3 days, unfortunately. It's going to get back up in the 80s come Thursday. But for the few brief mornings I can have where I can go out front and it is 60.
I should be able to climb that thing just fine, but that's not the problem here.
I'll need to go in and out of cyberspace to activate it. You want me to help you with finding the emeralds while I take care of the towers?
Just who do you think you're talking to? Leave the emeralds to me.
Yes, so if we try to play as Knuckles, he'll tell us, haha, no. Awesome. Here we have the Tank Plus, which, guess what? It does a lot of damage. And I want to say it's faster, because previously with the tank, once we got close to it, it'll just spin around really fast and we'll go up in a sandstorm where we just have to humming attack it a lot. That's not what happens here. As great as it would be. But also, even with the little quick 1-2 combo that we do, it's not enough. We can barely notice the damage that we did to this enemy. So, it's gonna take a lot of patience and time, unfortunately, in order to be able to even get to the point where we are seeing great difference and the ability of even dreaming of getting him to perish. Like, we have to keep our distance quite a while in order to be able to get a small sliver of the health down. It's really reminded me of Gauntlet Dark Legacy boss battles, if you know what that is. Yeah, that's a reference I've used quite a bit, actually, here. But, worry not, we die. And we just decide, you know what, we're just gonna find some other stuff to do. Like a stage. So yes, unfortunately we are not doing the trial towers this episode, but we are knocking 2 of them out next episode. But, for here, we actually have a level that we're gonna do. And, oh boy, I love this level. It's my favorite level, and it is the best level ever. And I could not... If I could play this level forever, it would still not be enough. As you can tell, this is obviously sarcasm. All these levels here are not fun. There's been very few levels I'm like, oh, hey, I like this. And specifically the zero gravity one. That was the only one I'm like, oh, this is fun. A lot of the levels are just not great. This one being no exception. So here we get these green tubes that activate Rocket Boost, where we are invincible, not invisible, invincible. Meaning that no matter what enemy we run into, we will do damage to them. We go really fast. It is almost unable to be controllable, but we have quite a lot to knock out here. Not only the 5 number rings, the 5 moons, as well as we also have the hidden goal yet again, and we have to beat Robo Tails or Cosmic Tails. But don't worry, we just die and it's fine. Now, if the Rocket Boost is a little too much for you, which it's okay if it is, you can very easily jump and or just stop. If you just stop holding forward or stop running into it, then it won't bother you. But you are going to need it. It is going to be very difficult to miss it for a good portion of the level. So if it's something that is really bothering you, just try to complete the level as soon as you can, preferably before Tails finishes, so that way you're able to just move on, take your time with it, except for the moon rings, but then everything else you'll be completely fine. And don't worry, I'll be more than happy to show you where the hidden goal is as well, because I know that's almost your favorite part. As well as I get to show you how I almost died. Isn't that fun? But yes, as I said before, it is finally getting cold, and I'm so happy. You gotta realize, it is October. It is the middle of October, and we are just now seeing it get below 70 something. For anyone out there that is not in Florida, please tell me how cold it gets when it's October for you, because we have almost constant summer, and it is horrendous. It is horrible. It's just hot all the time, and you don't want to do anything. You really don't. Like, I don't even want to do anything, but just whatever, you know, you gotta do it anyway. But when it is cold out, when it is 70 something, when it is 60 something, if it gets down to 50 something, I have a reason to go outside, be outside for as long as I possibly can. I do not care if I can't feel my fingertips, if my nose gets frozen off. I don't care. I will do it no matter what, and it will make me the happiest person that there possibly could be. Now, running outside when it's cold, no. It's just such a conflicting feeling. When you are sweating, but it's cold out, it's like your brain is arguing with your body. It's just like, we're not cold. We're not hot, come on. And it's just like a constant bicker, being like, we're cold, we're hot, cold, we're hot, we're cold, we're hot, we're cold, we're hot. And then it's like, I don't want to be alive. And it's like, well, you know, that's exercising in general. At least for me. I've been told that there are quite a lot of people that genuinely enjoy exercising, which, hey, more power to you. The only exercise that I can, like, trick myself into doing is Just Dance. That's really the only extent of exercise I can trick myself into doing. Like, that's it. But we did get the final moon ring there, and we also get to finish before the hologram tails, meaning that we have actually accomplished everything. Back in that first run, we did get the S rank. Don't you worry, we did it. So it is great to have that completed, so it is something that we don't have to worry about now, which I very much enjoy. Yes, we will climb the trial tower next episode, don't you worry. That's the thing that really gets to me, is the constant reminder in the upper right corner being like, oh, do this thing. And it's like, I can choose my own life, okay? I can do whatever I want whenever I feel like it. And it's like, oh, you only have 5 minutes left. I'm just like, I don't care. I'm going to spend all those minutes sitting here watching this timer count down just to annoy you. I'd really, like, speaking of the timer thing, for some people, including myself, some people wait until like the absolute last minute to complete a project, and that's okay. No judgment here, but there's a game based entirely around that. I'm sure you've heard of it. It is Majora's Mask, which came out in the year 2000. First off, that game is super creepy. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I love how creepy it is. It is fantastic. However, I have never beat it. I've never even made it to the water temple. And I know that there is a lot of side missions and you have to do a lot of stuff. But once you get the masks in Majora's Mask, then there you go. You did it. You don't have to worry about that anymore for the eternity of you recycling time over and over and over and over and over and over again. But it is really fun. And unfortunately, I've only beaten one Zelda game. And that is Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Remaster. So, if I could bring myself to 100%ing a Zelda game, it would definitely be Majora's Mask. Ocarina of Time, no, stop. Ocarina of Time is like Mario 64. It's like, please, choose something else. It's oversaturated, kid. That's just my view of it. Just the amount of Ocarina of Time Let's Plays is that of the amount of holes in a sponge. There's way too many. It's like, please, unless you're doing it back to back, please pick something else. But I don't know. It'll probably be a while before I even think about doing it. Mostly because it's something that I am not really good at. I'm not good at Zelda games, specifically the 3D ones. I will get lost and confused, and the best part of Zelda games is honestly the music. And the music is the part that Nintendo also knows is the best part of the games, because if you put any little bit of their music into your video, bam, copyright claim, bam, copyright strike, bam, 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 bam. And you're just like, ha 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 ha, I love sharing my favorite game with people, ha. Yeah, the copyright claims typically don't do anything, which is nice. But there is the off chance that if you are monetizing it, then they get the revenue. So, great. But they also do that with, like, Mario as well. But I haven't noticed it because I don't monetize my videos, so it's possible that if you don't monetize your videos, then you won't see it. But do not take my word for granted, because I've gotten copyright claimed a few times, specifically on the Ratchet & Clank series. Yeah, I'm sure I talked about this, but I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. There are specific... with the PS4, if you have never played a PS4, first off, cool. Nice to meet you. Second off, the Sony really wanted to make it so that people could not share spoilers on games directly in the PlayStation feed. Which, cool, I get that, whatever. So they have a little notification that comes up stating that this cutscene is blocked from viewing. You've entered a restricted viewing area. So the screenshot / video record option is disabled while you're in that area. Even if you have a capture card, that little notification still pops up. Everything still works fine. You've seen it multiple times, especially if you've seen my Let's Play. Everything is completely fine and viewable, but the notification keeps coming up, and it's a little bit annoying. But I guess they really expected Ratchet & Clank to be fantastic and be this great magnum opus, like it's not a game that's been remade. So they have cutscenes cut off for areas, and it's unique. But it just, the part that got copyright claimed quite a bit for some reason or another. I don't know. That's just how it is. But I don't make the games, I just play them and have fun, for the most part. Speaking of fun for the most part, if you have ever seen the Nickelodeon TV show Figure It Out, this little thing here definitely reminds me of the final bonus round, where they also remade it for the 2010s, so you might have seen it then too. But once you answer your questions and you figure out what the kid's special talent is, then you have this beautiful like touchscreen floor monitor almost kind of thing, and it's a grid of 3x3, and it shows you the steps to get there. Then they all go back to the normal color, and you have to do it in the right order. And it goes to like 4x4, and then I want to say it goes all the way up to like 6x6. You gotta do it like 3 times to get like all the prizes. But just it just makes me think about it, and the amount of times I've watched the kids on there, and I'm just like, that kid is so dumb. Let me do it. Let me do it. I could do it in a heartbeat. Give me the chance. And they canceled. They stopped it. They was like, yep, 1 season's all we need. I'm just like, ugh. I just wanted to do it. Like, if there's anyone out there that works at Nintendo that is watching this, please let me do it. I don't even have to win anything. Just let me do it for my own satisfaction. That's all I need. That's all I need. But anyway, enough about satisfaction. Touch me. Satisfaction. Anyway. I apologize. I know that this definitely went all over, and we've only done a few missions as well as 1 stage. But trust me when I tell you, the next episode is going to be very content-packed. I had to record it in 4 parts. That's how much we have in the next episode. So again, I'm sorry for the short episode here, but I will definitely make it up to you this Friday. But with 3 cogs, we unlocked this beautiful statue level, which, what is it? I don't even know. I might in the future, but I don't know right now. But it is 4A. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I will see you all next time. Goodbye, my sleepy bears.